we're over the reading room now, and we did a water test in this area to find out what exactly was causing all that water to find its way into the second floor enclosed porch all the way down to the first floor ceiling. And we started by taking the slate off. We wanted to understand the roof construction to make sure that we had proper understanding and trying to form an idea what happened. Plus, it was good to do that because we're finding out that the underlayment that's under the slate is in pretty good condition. It tore where it was stuck to the slate, like right here. This piece was stuck to the slate, so it tore when we took the slate out. But you can see that the built-in gutter comes up about 4 inches right here. It's about 4 inches from where it goes down into the gutter, which really is insufficient. It's not enough to protect you from an ice dam. It really should be up here somewhere. Today, this gutter would have a flange up here, and there'd be ice and water shield tying that top of that flange up another 2 or 3 feet up the roof to make sure you're protected. But back in 1917, that wasn't the thinking. So we have what's called a vulnerable eave here. You're vulnerable to ice damming. Now, that is not good news, but it's not really the cause of your problem. The other thing to keep in mind is, try to imagine an ice dam here. If this was all packed with ice down in here, and water was melting up here and running down, you still have a very low lip on the front edge of this gutter. The lip there, if you imagine a plane coming down, is still pretty low. So water's going to have a chance to flow over before it backs up this 4 inches. It has a good chance to get over and eliminate itself before it backs up. So while you don't have ice dam protection on the eave of this roof, the design helps a little bit. And the underlayment that's here is still in decent shape. It really is. It's not that powdery tissue paper we were expecting. It's actually pretty decent. But the leak was caused by a hole in the gutter. And let me just show you what we found. We did a water test, which means we systematically sprayed water in these areas to try and develop a leak. And what we found was, some really serious holes right here. Here's one here that's the size of a quarter. Let me just move my hand here. This is the size of a quarter right here. And that's the way it was. We didn't modify that when we got up here. There's one here, and there's another one up here, the size of a dime. And they're sprinkled all over this gutter. When we did apply water to that opening, we got water to come in the window jamb, and I'll take you down there and show you that right now, within the matter of a minute. So that was a direct line into the, here's another one over here I want to show you before I get down. Hole in the gutter I'm talking about. You see, this is exactly what we're talking about right here. This is in the sun. You can probably see it a little better. I can see the sheathing in here, right here. You see that? That's wide open. Water's getting in there, and it's just wreaking havoc with your cornice and with your living space. And you can see that this is all asphalt repairs in here. Everything that's black is asphalt. It's just going to continue to crack and separate from the sheet metal. So you've really got a problem on your hands. Whatever was done up here between these joints in the slate is really a waste of time. I think that your true problem is a correct repair in the gutter. If a correct repair would have been done down in the gutter in the first place, people wouldn't have been trying to do stuff up here. So I think from what we're gaining here, focus attention on the built-in gutter itself, and a lot of your problems will disappear. Now let me just get down the ladder and show you on the inside where that water came in at from those holes that we were just looking at over here. I have to get on the ladder, so here we go. Right, those holes that we saw were right about there where that peeling paint is. Oh, where is that on the inside?
Right underneath this.
Okay, you can see the staining up there on that fascia. Brown staining from the dripping water. The water we got in was right inside this window jamb. Correct?
Yep.
And it came right in. So what that tells us is water's in the cavity right here between the two windows. There's a cavity. It's getting in here from that porous gutter, going right down the cavity, and then coming out on the ceiling down on the first floor. So the mystery is pretty much removed at this point. There's plenty of other things to shake a stick at here, but as I say, if you want to focus on that gutter, I think you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck there in stopping most of these leaks. Sure, there's going to be other things that need to be addressed over time, but I think the gutter is the first place to start.